roughly 40 billion of cuts have got to be made. You've identified 15, but you plan to re-spend 5, so that leaves 10. Let's say these are 10 kosher cuts. We have our doubts, but let's assume that they are. That leaves 30 billion to find. And if Peppa here is speaking for the Labour Party, which is the only thing the Labour Party has speaking for her at the moment, she would say the same, that Labour too has 30 billion of unidentified. So you're all roughly in the same boat, agreed?
I don't think any party has identified in detail how they will reduce public spending over the course of the coming Parliament. The question to the Labour Party, to Peppa, if I may, is you have all the civil servants, you have all the data, you're sitting on all the contracts, you know all the forward commitments. Why have you not published a comprehensive spending review? And I've said on this programme to my counterparts in the Labour Party on many occasions, if the government published a comprehensive spending review, they would set a baseline, and that would be a challenge to the opposition parties then to respond to that. And the IFS in their report today identifies identifies the failure of the government to deliver a comprehensive spending review as the main reason that we have this lack of clarity.
But let's just get down to where we are, because I think what we've reached hasn't really been done before in this way, and I think it is useful to our viewers to understand what it is. Because we broadly agreed that the 40 billion of cuts, 10 already identified-ish, that will have to fall on the remaining 40% of public spending. And I think the point that I'm putting to you is that the scale of these cuts is about 20% in the non-ring defence departments. For example, we would have to abolish the British Army. You'd have to abolish the British police force.
I think you can count on the fact that we wouldn't be doing that. That's, I think, that's it.
So it's actually, you're both in the position, it's actually incredible to believe that all of these cuts will fall on only the remaining 40%.
Well, that, I think there's going to be a great deal of back office that you're not allowing us, in a sense, to take out in this discussion.
Back office, that's it.
No, that's only part of it. It is only part of it. We're saying, you know, Child Trust Fund, desirable stuff like that goes, Eurofighter goes, ID cards go. Well, they add up to fairly significant numbers. That's in this process. There will need to be
final word to you. I want you to stay, but final word to you.
It will be very challenging, and the sooner you start, the greater the savings you make. We'll take out
Unless
6
you wreck
billion.
the economy, and then your problem's
6
worse.
billion this year, and of course that accumulates through the whole of the Parliament. So starting early delivers a bigger gain.
Starting wrong will be the worst solution.
I feel we've achieved something. I'm not sure what, but something. And I thank Peppa for her help. Don't go away. We want to talk more to you,
You've only got to find £30 billion worth of cuts by the end of the programme. Now, if you've been following Giles around the country during the course of